Chào mừng các bạn đã đến với Team Keeper.
Good. So the third and final technique when catching the ball is how do you pick it up from the floor safely, and also in the position where you can act very quickly to continue the play, right? So this is the scoop. Now the scoop is a technique that you use when the ball is traveling along the floor or bouncing along the floor. It is the most secure way of not letting it obviously through your legs. So we're going to talk a little bit about this. So the first thing to note is that there are several different ways to do this technique. The most traditional way is what Tin just showed you, was with your knee down like this. Yeah. So in this position, what Tin is showing is that the ball, even if the ball went through his arms, it would hit his knee. Okay. So there's no hole here for which the ball to travel through. Okay, so that's your first step. The second step is obviously his hands. Okay, so his knee is here as a long barrier. Okay, and then his hands also elbows tucked in. You see his elbows are tight, and then his hands are here. Tin immediately picks it up and scoops it into his chest. Okay, and also Tin's chest is facing forward and facing along the floor. Right, so for example, if Tin's hands were not good and it bounced up, it would fall down again. Okay, then he can pick it up the second time. If he is leaning back like this, or the ball is not forward, if it's straight, for example, and it bounces up, it comes back into play. Right, but if he's leaning forward over his chest, boom, it can fall down, and then he can pick it up the second time. So the main points to remember are that body weight, again, forward, chest over the ball, knee as a barrier, hands and elbows tucked in, and then bring the ball into your chest, and then you can fall down if you want to. Okay. Now, it's important to note that sometimes it's better not to fall down. For example, if you see an opportunity for a counter attack, sometimes it's better to not fall down because it takes time. So instead of falling down, just pick it up, scoop, and then you can go up and then play on the counter attack. Okay? But if you're winning, it's the 92nd minute and you're about to stop the game, you can pick it up, just fall down, and then the game's finished and you win. So that's a few important points to notice. Also important to remember that common mistake that I see with many goalkeepers is when the ball is on this side, they use the wrong knee. Okay, so for example, if the ball is traveling to Tin's left hand side, like this, yeah, that's a very common mistake that goalkeepers make. So what happens here is that if Tin doesn't collect the ball properly, it's highly likely that it can bounce up and go in, right? But the other way, that's it, there's no way you can get it, okay? So if the ball is to your left, you lead with your left knee, and you drop with your other knee. If it's to the right, you go the other way around, that's it. You use your right knee, and your left knee as a block like that, okay? It's very important because you don't want to go with the wrong knee, and then the ball will just bounce behind you, okay? So that's the scoop. We're going to do a few action clips for you to show you just different variations, different shots, so you can watch closely, so you can see for yourself, and hopefully you've learned something today. Hope you enjoyed that video. I mean, it's such an important skill to have. The whole point of the goalkeeper is that you can use your hands, and they are the most important asset that you have as a football player, as a goalkeeper. So it's really important that you practice this skill over and over and over again, whether it's with your coach, with your team, or by yourself. All you need is a football and a wall or a friend to just practice kicking the balls at you. It's really important that you work on this skill we see a lot of goalkeepers, even professional goalkeepers who make mistakes. So it's natural that any goalkeeper will make a mistake. But if you want to become a better goalkeeper, if you want to improve as a goalkeeper, you must learn how to minimize the mistakes when you're catching the ball in all three techniques.
Vừa rồi thì các bạn đã theo dõi cái đoạn video clip giữa Thịnh và Henry. Nếu các bạn muốn trở thành một thủ môn thì chúng ta không cần phải tập gì nhiều. Hãy tập những 3 cái động tác cơ bản này trước thì các bạn sẽ bắt bóng được như Thịnh và Henry thôi. Cảm ơn các bạn đã quan tâm theo dõi video clip. Nếu các bạn thấy hay thì hãy like và subscribe cho kênh YouTube của bọn mình nha. Cảm ơn các bạn và hẹn gặp lại.